I personally think it was 50 Cent. And I personally don't want 50 Cent having any problems with me. Season 2, Beef. This time, Ja Rule and 50 Cent again.
The beef that never cooks.
Very good, very good. All right, so here's the thing. Are you familiar with Triller at all?
Is that a website?
No, it's a company that puts on these events, and they do these like weird boxing matches for Jake Paul, and then they also have an app that's sort of like TikTok. I don't know if the company knows what it wants to be yet, but it's doing everything it can to be famous. And it's either going to be the one that we're making, it's the MySpace, or it's going to be the Twitter. Like, it's going to be one of the two. Because everybody's fighting in that space for that kind of TikTok-y thing, but these guys are putting on events. So it's like, and they're putting on really interesting events for old school guys that like will pay for the pay-per-view. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, who has money? Well, guys in their 40s. Okay, who wants to see another Tyson fight? Same guys. You know what I mean? Now they're doing this thing called Verzuz. And it's a pretty clever idea. So the idea was to have 50 Cent and Ja Rule go on the show and then go hit for hit with one another. And 50 Cent was like, dude, I'm producing Power right now. Like, I don't have time for your corny, like, whatever this is. I don't have time for your YouTube channel. What is this thing called again? And they were like, oh, man, come on now, Fifth. And he was like, I'm not doing it. Yeah, so they asked Fat Joe. And so it was Fat Joe and Ja Rule. You didn't hear about this on Verzuz?
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
But Triller's kind of like YouTube, where you can comment while it's going on, and in the comments over and over again is 50 Cent destroyed Ja Rule, 50 Cent destroyed Ja Rule, 50 Cent killed Ja Rule, 50 Cent destroyed Ja Rule. Okay.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, so at that point, 50 starts trending, and 50 goes on Instagram, and he's like, WTF, I'm trending, folk. I said I ain't doing whatever they're doing. That's what he writes, right?
I did see him talking about that. Like, why am I trending? I'm not. Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm producing Power. Yeah, that's stupid.
So then the comments just keep going, right? And so because the comments are going, he's trending on, like, 50 Cent is trending on all social media platforms. And so his phone just must have been like, ba-bing, ba-bing, ba-bing. It's like, what is going on, you know? Irv Gotti puts comments in the section of what's going on. You know how the section's going up, and he puts them in the comments, and he goes, "All y'all talking is 50-ish. All good. He got beat up, stabbed up, shot up, and sued us. That's why I'm gonna say your hero ain't what you think he is. Period." At that point, 50 goes back on the Instagram, and he has a picture of him just like smoking a cigar with
I saw that
cognac. And he says, I put the whole label out of business. F with me if you want to. I would stay out of my way if I wasn't me.
Because I saw that, I'm thinking like, okay, whether it was him that shut down the Murder Inc. label or not him, I mean, something happened. Can you prove that he didn't? Not really.
Well, we did a beef on here, and if you folks haven't seen it yet, I copped it into a clip on YouTube. I think it's about 12 minutes.
That's great.
It's the Ja Rule versus 50 beef. And you tell us who you think took down Murder Inc. Because I personally think it was 50 Cent. And I personally don't want 50 Cent having any problems with me. Like, that's the one dude on this show. I'm like, nah, bro, don't talk crap.
Yeah, don't shut down the Chino Brothers, Fifth, please.
Yeah,
please.
like
you got over 200 followers now. Come on.
Hold on. So then Ja Rule goes on Big Ticket in the morning, and he said this. So they brought up 50 Cent. I don't know if Ja Rule really hadn't known that 50 was kind of trolling or had known. I don't know if he knew or if he was hearing it for the first time. But he sounded like he was hearing it for the first time. He goes, man, he loves to talk that whack-ish. We were indicted by the feds. So I looked, and in 2003, Murder Inc. actually was indicted by the feds. So here's what happened. They made a straight-to-video movie called Crime Partners and funded it with drug dealers.
So so the feds were investigating
on
that
you
stuff.
You can't be trying. That's money laundering, man. That's racketeering. Like he's acting like it was like, hey man, we're just rappers and these feds came after us for no reason. It's like, man, you were laundering money and racketeering, dude. Like, it's public information, bro.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, and he's like, the
Wait,
feds eat you alive. Go
I
ahead.
gotta ask you then. I got a question. So, if it was 50 Cent and the feds that took down Murder Inc., who played the bigger role in the
50.
takedown of the slave?
5-0, baby.
That's a rhetorical question. But
What do you think? What's your guess?
I totally agree with you because I mean, it was so
You
bad
can't tour,
back
dude.
then.
You can't tour.
Yeah,
Where you make your money, bro?
Woo. Oh, and you're probably gonna get to the next thing. I don't want to say it yet, but I think you got something else that I wanted to comment on.
Okay. Next thing he says, the feds eat you alive. They suck all your resources and shut down your assets. So that's his explanation for why the record company couldn't tour in 2003. It's because the feds shut down their assets. And that's cool, except that it's already documented, and not just by us, that the Aftermath was going from venue to venue and being like, look, man, you want us to play? By the way, 50 Cent's the hottest rapper right now.
Yes.
Remember who doesn't play here. Oh, come on. Come on, Dre. They didn't say that. They're like, sure. How many times are you going this year? Can we get you guys like split up and not do a tour? Because when you guys are all here, we only make money once. But if 50 could come once, and M could come once, and Dre could come once, we'll get you some local rappers to open up for them.
Yeah.
I don't even know who Ja Rule is. You know what I mean? And then he says,
Poor Ja.
look, man, I'm battling like 17 rappers. You know what I mean? It's not just him. I'm battling 17 rappers. Who are the 17 rappers, bro?
Well, did he mention like G Unit? So there's like, well, like, was it
I feel
Lloyd
like by the
Banks?
time like G Unit's album came out, his musical body was cold. It was like he had already been buried for a while.
Yeah, it's
dude.
kind of ran its course. Yeah, I agree. It was towards the end of his musical career. Yeah.
And then he tops it off with this. You ready? Stop! Eminem made you, created you. You're nothing without that effing white boy.
Dude, I mean, come on, dude. Eminem's
like Ja
a great
Rule when I said
rapper.
that, though?
You do kind of.
Thank you.
But 50 Cent, come on, man. Get Rich or Die Trying. I had that CD on repeat. Every song was a hit. It was such a great album. And even his next album was good with the Candy Shop, Magic Stick. It was neat and stuff. But Get Rich or Die Trying was just one of those. I'm going to say definitely in my top 10 best albums ever.
Here's my question to you. So if you're Ja Rule and the last thing we remember of you is the Fire Island, do you really want to poke the bear? Do you really want to be like, hey, 50, guess what? I've seen you destroy careers, and now I'm gonna punch you in the mouth. Or would you just like pretend you didn't even know? I would be like, Irv, stop, cut the comments off. That's it.
Yeah, at some point. I mean, come on. I mean, dude, how do you earn street cred? Getting stabbed, getting shot, getting in fights. You know what I mean? I mean, that's kind of like, you build that reputation up too. And it's like, hey, he got shot in the face. He's got a bullet hole in his jaw. It's like, dude, you know what I'm saying? There's street
but
cred there.
Jadakiss, when Jadakiss put his diss album out to 50, he was like, you didn't get shot again, so what are you gonna write an album about? I was like, oh man.
Jadakiss got skills too, man.
Dude, Jadakiss is
got
phenomenal.
skills too,
He just has conspiracy theory problems. You know what I mean? Like he
Yeah.
does, dude. But anyways,
Interesting.
yeah. So that's the end of the beef so far. But in my mind, I mean, dude, come on, seriously, tell me, if you're Ja, are you messing with 50?
I don't know. But here's the thing, too. At least he got to go on Big Tig's show and be on the air. And it's almost like when he says 50 without Eminem, you'd be nobody. It's kind of like Ja Rule at this point without 50.
This man is savage, and he's not gonna stop, dude. He's a grinder. But anyways, yeah, that's our.
without my baby. Just do that, dude. Do
Yeah,
it.
dude, and make paper. Go on tour and just pour money on top of yourself.